In this video, I will teach you 4 different kinds of landings and their usefulness. The bleed flare, the side flare, the offset skid, and the mountain approach. Let's take a look at the first technique, the bleed flare. The bleed flare is the most basic of landings. Usually there are no obstructions between you and where you wish to land. During this type of landing, you must have a good understanding of the balance state and how to start losing speed ahead of time, also known as bleeding. You do not need to land your helicopter at 0 kilometers an hour. Instead, aim for 10 kilometers per hour and under. The side flare is a useful landing when you need to flare more aggressively but are afraid to hit the ground with your tail or gain altitude. Simply turn your aircraft sideways and flare accordingly. Whilst flying sideways, there's more air resistance and this will help you slow down. This technique is good for when you haven't managed your speed very well and you need to slow down quick. The offset skid landing is my personal favorite landing. It uses a combination of all techniques to give you optimal landings, especially in situations where you haven't seen the LZ yet. You have no idea what obstructions there may be. Step 1 is to steer yourself left or right of the LZ. This is the offset. Once you've had time to observe where you're landing and obstacles, step 2 is to begin bleeding. And step 3 of this landing is to start introducing pedals to lose more speed dramatically and banana yourself into the LZ. This is called skidding, and like the side flare, it'll slow you down faster and give you the best view of where you're trying to land. The mountain approach is a tough one. For whatever reason, we have a lot of altitude. Maybe we're passing over a mountaintop. We have to lose this altitude, but also not lose sight of our LZ, or completely fly past it out of control. If you find yourself going too fast and not losing enough altitude, you can simply do an offset to the left so that you can keep that LZ in sight. We must remain in the balanced state while we make our way down so that we don't lose control of the aircraft. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you learned some stuff. Best of luck out there.